I think I'm a fan of the Happiness Patrol. I think I'm a big fan of the Happiness Patrol. Now, there's two ways to assess Happiness Patrol, broadly speaking. One, you admire it for its attempts at social satire and criticism of the then zeitgeist to the Thatcher era in Britain. Or it is critiqued itself for being a ludicrous, exaggerated hyper-analogue, even from those who would be more than willing to have Thatcher removed from office then. The fact is that in portraying the Thatcher cabinet as responsible for mass killings, systematic torture, and groupthink, replete with Orwellian thought police, it is potentially missing sight of the core issues that beset the Thatcher era. It isn't that Thatcher was forcing people to submit to the state's will at the barrel of a gun. It was colouring depressing wage slavery as emancipatory freedom. Frankly, to some extent, Happiness Patrol is a removed character from the actual sufferers of Thatcher's England. It isn't that the working class of England weren't allowed to complain. It is that it was ineffectual. Suppression of free speech was not required in the actual 1984. The government realised that despite Orwell's fears, it didn't require Stalinism to subject the population under an iron will. It wasn't an enforcement of happiness, it was a conjuring trick to the middle class, a pat on the back to the greedy upper classes, possibly deluded in their own oddly ideological right. And what are you going to do about it? You're irrelevant to the working class. The Thatcher government didn't have to kill dissidents. That was one of the scarier components, ironically enough. Many people blindly supported it, and the sufferers didn't need to be killed. That's how powerless and disenfranchised they were. Whilst it is nice to have a go at the 80s political establishment, it is a removed, snarky satire that, while scathing, and maybe rightfully so, misses the point of the issue, possibly. But Candyman is the creepiest, no doubt about that. Yikes. As just a pure, straightforward, sort of pulpy horror yarn, it's intense fun to watch. As like sort of this genius masterpiece of a satire, it's a bit of a hyperlogic going on here. It's a bit over the top, a bit 2000 AD, maybe not as... it ain't quite the cook, the thief, his wife, and no lover. Let's just put it like that.